Alright guys, it is Saturday night. Again, Christmas is over, and tonight we're going to do things a little bit different. Tonight we're going to dedicate this video to Adam the Woo. Now, if you don't know who Adam is, he is a YouTuber. He's been on there for probably 15, maybe 16 years. Over that time, he's done a lot of exploring of abandoned places, filming locations, daily vlogs, all kinds of things. I mean, he is like the master of everything that I love about YouTube. I've been watching him for probably about 14 years. I started back when he had his original channel called Adam the Woo. Eventually, he created a channel called The Daily Woo, where he started daily vlogging, and I've always been absolutely blown away at his ability to post every single day. I mean, that in itself is a tough thing. And only once in a while was it something where he was like walking around talking and that was the only thing. Usually it was a full-blown filming locations or travel vlog. So to do that kind of thing every single day is just mind-blowing. But the reason we're dedicating this episode to him tonight is because a few days before Christmas, he passed away unexpectedly. He was found at home in his bed, passed away through the night, and we're not sure why. We will find that out in the future, but it was an enormous loss to YouTube and the world. And I thought this would be appropriate tonight because, like I said, Adam was the king of filming locations. So I thought I would talk about a couple of the locations that he and I both actually filmed, not together. I didn't know him personally, but when you head out to do a filming location, there's about a 99.9% chance he's already filmed it. I did not film this one, but I just want to say, first of all, Back to the Future. This was his favorite movie in the world, and I believe he did the filming locations of all three movies. Now, like I said, if you want to go see his videos, he has two channels, Adam the Woo and The Daily Woo. But just looking around the room here, like every time I come down here and try to pick a movie to watch, it leaves me thinking about a lot of the locations that he filmed. One of them actually was Edward Scissorhands here. He did that location. I did not. But I did do Napoleon Dynamite. Now, one of Adam's best friends is Justin Scarred, and probably my favorite video they ever did together is when they did the filming locations of Napoleon Dynamite. Those two together are absolutely hilarious. I believe they both have their own episode on their own channels. You have to check them out. It's so funny. But I did these locations too, and I gotta say, it was one of the most fun filming locations I've ever done. And not only was it fun to be there filming these filming locations, but knowing that Adam and Justin had been there as well, seeing, exploring, and enjoying the exact same thing just made it that much better. And there are so many things about these filming locations that are exactly the same as they were in the movie, like the Poppin' Pins bowling alley, which is where we get the meme of Kip going, yes. It looks exactly the same. The color scheme and everything. And when you first walk in like the little foyer area, so many people have signed that wall, including Uncle Rico. Napoleon's house is almost exactly the same. The thrift store, Rex Kwon Do, was different. They had completely done over the front of that building. But yeah, I mean, Napoleon Dynamite, like I said, my very favorite filming location that was done by both Adam and Justin Scarred. Hilarious video, and one of my most fun filming locations ever, too. Now, somewhere in here, I have the movie Big Fish, and I am not seeing it at the moment, but it is somewhere on one of these walls, or up in here somewhere, or maybe even in one of the boxes in my office. But Big Fish was another one that Adam did, that I as well did in Alabama, Jackson Lake Island, and amazingly, a lot of the location is still there. If you've seen the movie Big Fish, there's a little town in the movie called Spectre. They built that town on Jackson Lake Island in Alabama, and to this day, most of it still stands. You can go there and camp, and you can explore it. It is so cool to see a movie set still standing. Now, it's a lot of buildings that are not actually buildings. When they make movie sets, they basically make the buildings like the front facade, maybe the sides, but there's usually no roof, there's no inside. So the people who own Jackson Lake Island now, they actually have gone in and they've kind of made them stronger so that they will last over time. The church is there, and there are like a billion goats living in the church right now. It's hilarious. It's a Tim Burton film, and we know that Adam loved Tim Burton. And in the movie, there's a part where Ewan McGregor's character walks through this forest. The forest was almost completely fake. And then he steps through these two big trees that make kind of like a big circle. Those two trees are still standing. You can see them today. And I'm telling you, walking through there, it's absolutely mind-blowing to see that movie set. Now, there's been a couple of fires over the years, and we have lost several of the buildings, but most of them still stand. So I highly encourage you to check out his video of that. Mine is on, I believe it's on That Nate Guy channel. I have like 4 channels. I don't even know where I put these things. But that was definitely one of my favorites. And it was definitely awesome to be there filming and sharing the love of that movie with Adam. Now, Children of the Corn is another one that I wanted to talk about real quick. Which is weird because we have all the Christmas stuff up here, and so I just packed away all my horror movies and everything. But Children of the Corn, the little town, one of the little spaces that it was filmed in was Whiting, Iowa. And it's absolutely amazing. If you remember the scene in Children of the Corn where Malachi and a bunch of his little cronies come into the town, and there's the big yellow pillar flagpole in the middle, that town still looks exactly like it did in the Children of the Corn movie. It is so creepy. It's so fun to see. It's another one that I filmed and Adam filmed. He filmed it much earlier than me, and he did a much better job. I was just there passing through, so I wanted to make sure that I stopped in the town and got some footage, but it's absolutely amazing. And the malt shop, I believe that he points this out in his video too, but the exterior of the malt shop was filmed in that location too, and you can still see the signs like up above the doors that say malt shop. It's so awesome. One of my favorite locations ever. I know that Adam loved Arnold Schwarzenegger, so Commando, he was quoting Commando a lot of times in his videos. I honestly don't recall if he ever did any filming locations from Arnold Schwarzenegger movies, but I would assume if he did, it would be The Terminator. I'm definitely going to have to do a little bit of research on his channel and see, because that would be a fun one to see. And the last one that I wanted to talk about was one that I absolutely love from the 80s. Oh, it's up here, Cloak and Dagger. Hold on. Actually, I have the VHS over here. Forrest Gump. I'm telling you, Adam was the king of filming locations. He did every single filming location from Forrest Gump. But yeah, Cloak and Dagger was another one that we shared the love for. This is an awesome movie. Henry Thomas from E.T., Dabney Coleman. And a lot of this was actually filmed at the Riverwalk in San Antonio, Texas. That's literally minutes from the Alamo, which reminds me that Adam did the filming locations of Pee-wee's Big Adventure, and I'm talking about like long before it was even a thing to do filming locations. And I remember him being so excited because Paul Reubens actually acknowledged him that he did those filming locations. Paul Reubens was Pee-wee Herman. But Cloak and Dagger, man, this is such an awesome movie, and seeing those locations at the Riverwalk, that's all I did. I didn't walk around the town or anything. I just did everything at the Riverwalk. Actually, 2 of these 3 pictures on the back here were taken at the Riverwalk. These are screenshots. And the one with Davey standing right here by this wall, that is one location I never found. I could not find that specific wall. I'm going to have to go back and look at Adam's video and see if he pointed it out. But it was so much fun being down there, just walking around. It's like a 4 or 5 mile area. And I had a horrible gout outbreak that day, so I limped around the whole place, walking around looking at the boats, and especially this Mexican restaurant that's right along the Riverwalk. It has like all these multicolored umbrellas over the tables and everything. We actually ate there at the table where he would have been crawled underneath and hiding from the bad guys. And it's really cool because there's a shot in the movie, and you can see this for yourself if you go there. The shot is taken from a bridge that goes over the river and overlooks that Mexican restaurant. And it was so cool to go up on that bridge and see that restaurant with all the multicolored umbrellas. And the one thing that really sticks out to me about Adam's video about this is there's an area where Davey sets down this video game cartridge cartridge, and Adam spent so much time looking at each and every individual little rock to see exactly where he set that cartridge. And that's the kind of thing that I do. I get so obsessed with little details like that, and I always appreciated that about him. Like, he didn't just say, oh, it was somewhere around here, or it was on this bridge, or it was on the ground right here. He literally, like, pulled up screenshots and matched every little rock to make sure that was the location. So, yeah, that was a fun one. I actually rode the boats once at night, once in the daytime. That was awesome as well. But just hanging around that area, checking out all the locations, and again, just knowing that Adam had been there and filmed those same locations, just made it that much more of an awesome experience. Cloak and Dagger. That might actually be the movie that I watch tonight. So that's just what I wanted to talk about tonight. I think about Adam and his videos a lot when I'm trying to pick out a movie and when I'm down here filming my videos. He loved movies so much. And I'm just really going to miss sharing that love of movies with him. Yeah. See, I had myself all worked up for this video so this wouldn't happen, so he's definitely going to be missed. Adam, we loved you. Rest in peace. I'm just going to end it there, guys.